time.
Prime time. What time is it? Showtime, prime time.
It's XL Prime Time, featuring Joe C.
Why in the world am I sitting back and being quiet about this?
Matt Hayes.
Oh, my God, this is ridiculous.
And Leon Searcy.
If you can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch.
How you like me now?
It's time to get back to being a big dog, that's for sure. Welcome into XLP. We are ready to go. You went from, well, the big cats, the big dogs, whatever you want to call yourself, to falling back into the L column. But a lot of things have happened since we last talked to all y'all in Duval and beyond, including contract restructuring. We always look at Leon whenever we talk about restructuring, so we will get into that. But boys, a beautiful day. Just a little bit of a cool start to the day. Looking forward. Yeah, it's nice. We ain't full fall.
No.
Not yet, because it still gets hot, but it's nice.
Yeah, but I like the nip, though. The little nip in the air.
Who does not?
Yeah,
Who does not like it? Okay. And so we are fired up and ready to go on a beautiful Tuesday as we get ready for this game. Now, we got to look back at last night's action, and then we'll obviously get into some college football in this noon hour. You guys are all invited to hang out with us. You can hit the YouTube if you're already on the stream. Before, when I was sitting between Mike and Tony, they had the one shot on each of them, and I was split in half. I was like Two-Face, that one guy from the
Batman?
Yeah,
Batman. Yeah.
Two-Face. Split in
It
half.
took him a while to get there.
I know. I was just sitting there going, "Wait a minute." I didn't want to be wrong. You know what? You know how it happens that way. You don't
I
want
had
to
a
be
friend
wrong.
of mine who had a girlfriend he called Two-Face because she looked
Oh
different.
my
in
God.
different,
We just did that one like
areas,
last week.
Different areas of the room.
Sometimes that can happen where you go, "Oh, she's
Right. One room she looked great, and the other room
she's
was
an 8, and then she ain't."
Right.
You know that it happens that way. All right, so. YouTube, more than welcome to hang out with us. Text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010, ready for business. So let's talk a little bit about the business the Jaguars got into coming up here in just a second. But 2 Monday Night Football games last night, fellas. And I might have been in the win column in my pick'em against the spread. I was pretty happy about that because I've been taking a beating here for a while. And so I needed it.
Did JJ confirm that you picked the Falcons? Because I know I picked the Falcons.
Yeah.
No, that's a different contest he's referring to, Leon, and I'm getting down to it right
All right,
now. We have some controversy, in our XL Primetime Pick'em.
And look,
Joe claims he took the Falcons, but I'm listening right now.
Yeah.
Right. I can convince myself of a lot of things. I think you guys know that. The last time I was right was when I remembered that I was wrong. So
It's going to be the last time I'm picking the Bills in a
Make
while.
sure Leon picked the Falcons too, okay? Because I'm
God.
I'm a little shady on that one too. I thought for sure I was the only one to pick the
What
Falcons.
are you, a fact checker over there?
I am. Yes, that's part of my job.
Who crowned you?
We have to. If we don't
fixer
trust,
upper. Who's that?
I am the crown.
No. This can't be the honor system. No, but not the way you guys treat it.
No.
No.
I'm not even talking about the honors. But if we can't trust the law firm of LaSalva.
Exactly.
Okay, we're in
definitely
trouble.
think
I'm an impartial listener.
Yeah, he's putting you in question, JJ.
Don't worry.
Yeah. So
By the end of this segment, we'll know.
all right. So we'll get into it. Like I said, I can convince myself of a lot of things that I went one way and then I ended up going the other way. But the Bills don't look like the same team. And the Atlanta Falcons definitely brought the sauce last night. They had a loud crowd. The energy was there. They were ready to go. And this is after they got a little bit of a paddling earlier in the year, but it was a surprise.
Well, you listen, you remember what happened week 1 when we all crowned the Bills to be the number 1 seed, looked at their schedule down the stretch and how many games they were going to win? All their 3 wins have come to teams that had one loss, no loss.
Yeah,
no wins.
they haven't
no wins,
beaten
1 win, 1 win.
Yeah.
I mean, they ran into a buzzsaw yesterday against the Atlanta Falcons.
And don't look now. The Mike Vrabel-led New England Patriots are on a 2-game heater and trying to go again, 3rd week on the road. They'll take on the Callahanless Titans this weekend, and they're right there battling because they handed Buffalo their first loss, and now Buffalo's got another one. And the points per game for the Bills, this is how quickly it could happen, people. We went from Jacksonville running the football, leading the league in rushing stats, leading the league in takeaways, and then this last week you can't muster 60 yards on the ground and you don't have a takeaway, and you can't get to the quarterback basically until the end. It can evaporate in a heartbeat. It can be gone so fast.
Well, it's also part and parcel of what we talked about yesterday. Is it's a 1-week league, man.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, everybody has the ability to beat anybody any week. I mean, other than this team last year, which it was brutal.
Well, but it was a one-score game. It's still a one-score game.
Right. They were a majority of one-score games. You're right.
Yeah.
I just think that's what this team has to embrace right now. It's a one-week league. I think if they do that and they bring it every week, they're in a good position right now, especially in their own division. I know the Colts are winning, but they still got 2 games against the Colts. Mm-hmm. They still got 2 chances to eliminate the Colts.
And you know Cohen is going to coach their brain up on that one. Because this team has had the upper hand. We call it the Colts fever curse that I put on them a long time ago. You need to make sure that stays as is. But you had a chance to stay toe-to-toe with them in the AFC South, and we all know that did not happen.
But here's another thing, too. Is I truly believe if they go in there and they don't have 12 penalties again, 10 accepted, and they don't turn the ball over, they can beat the Rams.
Yeah, they can. And we'll have one of our coaches. We did both sides of the ball on the social channels earlier today, the podcast with Coach Gerald Ingram and Coach Mark Duffner, 2 former Jaguar coaches and many, many years in the NFL. Coach Duff immediately pointed out some of the highlights, stats-wise, that Matthew Stafford already has operating right now. We know how good he is. He's going to be a tough out. If Sammy Darnold was a tough out, Matt Stafford's going to be a tough out.
he's going to be a tough out, but as much as we don't need to worry about the Rams. We need to worry about ourselves. We're a very undisciplined team right now. We need to take care of ourselves with the penalties, with the inability to run the football, not that standing with running the football, protection, all that kind of stuff. If you take care of your business at hand, then you make it a competitive game in the fourth quarter, and you see what happens.
I mean, a very undisciplined team.
Yeah, it's very undisciplined.
This wasn't just one game.
No, this has been consistent.
Season.
It's been consistent throughout the whole season. That this team penalty after penalty after penalty.
They've just gotten away from it, and it hasn't been an issue because they were 4-1.
Right, hadn't been them in the rear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the other thing is that, and I love what I've seen from Liam so far, but there does come a time when a coach can't keep saying we got to clean things up. Mm-hmm. You got to clean things up, right? You can't keep saying that without doing it.
No, I mean because we looked aside from it when they were winning, but now it's costing us football games.
Yeah.
And the offense is on his watch. I mean, that's his call. So the fact that they're undisciplined, not doing the right things, is something that he needs to factor in, and he has to clean up.
Yeah, and
himself.
He might be stuffing a lot in their brain.
Yeah, he may be.
They still need to be pre-snap smarter than they are, which you always put pride.
Absolutely.
How many penalties did you have in your career?
Not many.
Not very many. And so, like Walker Little has had as many penalties in his like first 5 games than you had in your career. But I get what he's trying to do. He's upping the ante. He's trying to stuff a lot of information in their heads. He's trying to see who's going to be able to handle this. But you want to talk about one mental overload? Yeah. Travis Hunter. Everyone says he can absorb everything. Well, an offsides that costs you a touchdown, however crazy the play was, still costs you a touchdown. Those things got to stop.
You know what penalties implicate to me is that the uncertainty at the position.
Yeah.
Because when you're confident in who you are at your position, you don't make penalties. You don't illegal procedures. You don't jump off sides, all that kind of stuff. Right. So there's a lot of uncertainty going on with different guys at different positions, because if they were confident in what they did and their ability to block on that play, they wouldn't be off the ball. They wouldn't be jumping off sides and all that kind of stuff. So that's something they have to clean up.
So they've already made the decision. They made the trip to London. We heard logs on Jaguars today from London, and they left Devin Lloyd behind. Mm-hmm. That was one of the big ones. And so they're concerned about his calf. That means he's going to sit for a minimum of 3 weeks. But you don't have that guy who has been in kind of a hot piece of the defense in the first quarter of the season. And so you don't have him, so we'll see where it goes. All right, real quick on these transactions.
This is the key.
Yeah,
this is the key right now.
Yeah, they redo Walker Little's deal. They make sure they get Greg Newsom's contract tightened up the way that they judge it. Jimmy Gladstone's in full effect right now.
They're finding money.
And also De'Ami Brown. They restructure. They put in. Here's the thing. Let's look at Leon's face when you say, what do you think of when you have voidable years in your contract?
Well, I think that I'm getting a huge bonus. I always like to restructure.
Okay.
They float you some extra cash.
Yeah, so that part's good.
Also could mean he gone.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, is it a
well.
short
The
term
voidable years?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Short. Yeah, but I always did mine in the off season.
Right.
I would get my,
But you weren't gone
But
because
now-
you're you.
No, yeah, I
But if
wasn't
someone
gone,
else not playing well,
But
you
if
don't.
they're restructuring your deal and they're making room in the cap, they're going after some people.
Yeah, so that part's
Yeah.
exciting. We need to hit the dollars there. But the fact they put void years in Walker Little's contract, at least they can off the contract if they want.
Which is
Yeah.
crazy because he played so well on Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How did these two things happen in the span
I
of
mean, he
about
just looked
72 hours?
fantastic, did he
Yeah.
not? The only guy on that line that did anything.
Might have been 48 hours that it happened. Hey, Walker, come see me.
So the question then becomes: is what are they going after before the trade deadline? Is it a pass rusher or an offensive lineman or both?
All right, let's just talk about that coming up here in a second. And then we need to slide in some college football because we'll do a lot of Jaguars talk with Gerald Ingram in the 1 o'clock hour. But you guys are more than welcome to kind of read the tea leaves with us. What do you think's brewing? Trey Hendrickson, I love the idea of going and getting him, but he did just pick up an injury. But there has to be other pass rushers that they might be looking at because this team is not getting to the quarterback enough. We'll do all of that coming up on XLP.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. Speed,
45-50.
talent,
How high can you leap?
opportunity.
Just when they needed it most.
Listen for the Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game. Experience the universal difference on 1010XL.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
Guys, don't suffer through this season with prostate, bladder, or kidney issues. Ackerman Urology has 4 convenient locations with advanced urological care to improve your health and vitality. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
It's about the hunt.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Loggerman. We take you from the water to the woods.
On the Nimnit Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Let's go to the woods, y'all.
Saturday mornings from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Garrett Scantling here, and once again, thanks to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. My torn hip labrum issue is resolved thanks to Dr. Doward, and Dr. Acevedo keeps my feet healthy too. Training and competing, that's what it's all about for me. And Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has me in top condition.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
It's the fall savings event going on now at Renewal by Anderson. Upgrading your home has never been easier. Get 20% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires October 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Tickets are on sale now for this year's Florida Forum Speaker Series featuring professional basketball player Caitlin Clark, Russian politician Vladimir Kara-Murza, and chef Jose Andres. The Women's Board of Wolfson Children's Hospital has committed to raising $1.5 million to support the new outdoor play area dedicated to therapists as an expansion of the 20-bed Wolfson Children's Behavioral Health and Wellness. Get your tickets now by clicking thefloridaforum.com.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, you look troubled. Is something bugging you?
This friendship isn't all upside for me, Jason. People keep asking me stuff about you.
They ask you about me?
Is it really cooler with Bueller, they ask? So I say, totally. And they say, how do you mean that? And I say, he fixes air conditioners, which literally makes somebody cool. But he also has cool sunglasses and cool people and a cool family.
And I try to make working at Bueller Air and Plumbing a really cool experience for our technicians and plumbers. We treat our people like gold, and they treat our homeowners the exact same way.
Great. Well, now there's another cool thing I've got to remember. This is a lot of responsibility, Jason.
Life can get hectic sometimes. If you don't take a moment to slow down and appreciate all the cool parts, you could miss it.
Do people ask you about me at all?
Weirdly, they do.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hi, Frank Frangie for Ricketts Electric. Any good lineup needs power. When we needed power at the Bragan Baseball Complex and all the fields we have at Fort Family Park, we trusted Ricketts Electric. You're going to love these guys. The Ricketts family has been providing commercial and residential electric service for years. Call my friend Zach today at 5960. You can also find them on Facebook and at rickettselectric.com. Ricketts Electric, the city's best power connection. Call them today at 904-320-5960.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sunny's here.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
I'm taking the Dirty Birds.
Dangerous game. You're
Taking the Dirty. Taking the Dirty.
Okay. I don't really know who the Falcons are. I kind of know who the Bills are. That was a good Patriots team on the come that they went up against. They'll be angry. They'll play angry. And I think I'm going to go ahead and lay those points as well.
We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
Oh, that hurts. We all found out at the same time. JJ, of course, knew in advance. But that hurts, man. I tell you, I can convince myself to go the other way. Now, like I said, at the very least in the pick'em, I did snag the points, and I was all about it. But I did not remember taking the Bills.
And Leon did take the Falcons.
He said the Dirty Birds. I mean, I'm not going to be – he didn't really say the Falcons, but yes.
We know exactly who
that's who he picked, Matt.
Yeah.
Don't be all semantic about it. Don't be hack.
I'm not being – I'm just – look.
Well, he said the Dirty Birds.
I don't know, man.
I just asked you if I didn't remember, so I just asked you.
I don't know, man. But after you heard that, you knew it was Dirty Birds. You knew it was the Jamal Anderson.
The Dirty Birds.
Yeah, the Jamal Anderson inspired Dirty Birds back then.
By the way, love those throwback unis on both teams last night.
Yeah, they were cool. And the logo hasn't changed that much when it comes to the Falcons. Just a little bit of I'm going to be a.
But the helmets look like the dog helmets.
Yeah.
You know, that's what
I'm going to be like more of a Predator Falcon.
Yeah.
Like the original Falcon. TLD said it last night. It looks like an origami Falcon,
right?
But I like the throwback unis. That's for sure. Between Buffalo and Atlanta,
you know their colors were literally modeled after Georgia's unis.
Yeah,
their helmet, everything. When they first
came in, I got you. Yeah, and I feel like Raheem Morris 2.0 as a head coach has been given an opportunity to create something again with his vision, his eye. He learned under Sean McVay just as much or more, in fact, than Liam Cohen because he was the defensive coordinator in L.A. for a long time. Remember, he got bounced out of Tampa and really didn't have a whole hell of a lot of time. He goes to Atlanta. He's got a chance to shake things up in the AFC South. Michael Penix Jr., uneven, but looked better last night. Delivered the football. Drake London, very, very good player. And Bijan Robinson, you don't really need to say anything else, do you?
He's a beast, man. What happened to Kyle Pitts, bro? Where has he been?
Invisible, really, in a lot of ways. That you can't blame it on anything other than they have. The quarterbacks have changed. He's been there. He's been a constant. He just hasn't. I think coming into last night for the year. Might have been 250 yards and a couple touchdowns, something like that.
Right.
Nothing great, nothing terrible, but no, not the guy they thought he was.
I mean, I just thought he was. Listen, when he was at Florida, I just knew when he came to the league, he was going to be a phenom.
I agree. He was the highest drafted ever at the tight end position.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, he's not.
He's got one touchdown this season.
Just one. Okay.
23 catches.
Yeah.
223 yards.
Okay, so over 200, over 20.
Fourth pick in the draft.
Yeah, no way. No,
was going to be the best tight end to ever play.
Yeah, not worth it. And look, that conversation will be with number 2 here overall when it's all said and done. Because is Travis Hunter trending in the right direction right now? No.
No, he's not.
No.
It's going to be made with number 16 too at some point if you don't.
Yeah, because right now on your offense you have a bevy of first-round picks. You have a number 1 overall. You have a number 2 overall. You have a number 25 overall. A number we went over this in
the offseason. They have like 15 first-round picks on the two sides of the ball.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few. And so, yeah, this team needs to pick it up from that standpoint. All right, so where are you guys at when it comes to go get somebody? Because I'm all about it. If you clear cap space, you have dollars to spend, you can throw something at a pass rusher. Where else would you go? You're going to go there first and foremost.
I got 2 words. Go ahead.
I would go left tackle.
Okay.
Absolutely. Walker, I don't trust him. I'm sorry. His performance, his performance up until that game was okay, you know. But what I saw last week this past Sunday against Seattle Seahawks, man, it was just brutal, bro. I'm talking about just getting tossed around, getting beat around the corner, bull rush, giving up the inside moves. I mean, yeah, both tackles were pitiful, to be quite honest with you. I mean, Anton was a little more solid, a lot more solid than Walker Little, but, I mean, do you trust him down the road, bro, when we need him the most? And this was a game at home. He struggled at home, bro.
Yeah,
that's the thing that's alarming to me is the fact at the house he struggled.
Okay, I got to ask you a basic question because you were a fierce, mean, competitive so-and-so. Have you ever seen any of those words in Walker Little's play?
No,
in other words, he's been good at times, but has he ever been a mean?
He's never been
physical.
And at that position, you have to be. You have to be mean. You've got to be an SO.
What did you say? You got to be the baddest mofo.
You got to be the baddest mofo on the field, bro, because you're protecting the blind side of the quarterback, and you're going to get the elite pass rushers on that side. And if you wilter and fold under the pressure when we need you the most, bro, you can't have that. You absolutely can't.
I mean, honestly, Trey Hendrickson.
I'd go edge. I'd go Trey Hendrickson.
I mean,
if I could.
He's on a 1-year deal.
He's a little banged up,
but he's on a 1-year deal. So you get him. You play it out. You hope he plays really well at a high level, right?
Yeah.
And you figure out how to sign him after that.
He's the classic, and you can go back to.
Or you stick him on the tag after that.
Well, let's just relive the Rams when they won a Super Bowl. Let's make this the 10-10 take right now.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
Sonny's Barbecue, you can really tear into a good meal and try and figure out what the Jags are going to do next. You can find any one of your Sonny's locations across the First Coast ready with some delicious barbecue, so drop on by. So, when Jimmy Gladstone's was learning, training, observing, and becoming what he is right now, the GM of the Jags, he was learning under Les Snead. And Les Snead, the general manager out in L.A., said, we've got an opportunity here. We've made a couple of big moves. We've made trades. We are going to figure out what it's going to take to win a Super Bowl. So we all know what they did. Traded 2 first-rounders for Matthew Stafford. They traded 2 first-rounders for Jalen Ramsey. But 2 other big picks they made were Odell Beckham Jr. and Von Miller. And basically they looked at him and they said, hey, you only have this much left on your contract. Let's bring you in and let's see what we can do. And so that might fall under the same type of heading with Trey Hendrickson. And for that matter with Greg Newsome, last year of his 5th-year option that was picked up. So they are wheeling and dealing. They want to find guys that are going to play with urgency, and maybe Trey Hendrickson, one of those guys.
Well, listen, I like the fact that they don't sit on their hands. How many times the last couple of years under Balky where we said we needed a pass rusher and we needed a guard?
Yeah. We need to get bigger, faster, stronger.
We were begging for. I mean, we couldn't unsee what we saw. We knew we struggled with getting after the passer, and we knew we struggled interiorly as far as getting a guard.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that he's proactive. He's not sitting on his hands. He's looking at the film. He's critiquing these guys and say, okay, we need to upgrade at this position, that position, that. And he's not afraid to dump big contracts either.
See, I love what you're saying because TLD, the lovely Diane, she's what she's great at. She's ordering things left and right. She's great at it. She's also great at returning stuff. And so as long as she's got that sticker, what can Brown do for you? I'm gonna return this bad boy.
Yeah.
And so Jimmy Gladstone's right now is returning some stuff that Balky bought.
Yeah,
okay, he was up late at night. Balky was on QVC.
He's not a hoarder. He's not a hoarder. If you can't use it, got to go.
He's clearly not a hoarder.
No.
Yeah. So it makes sense. Pass rush, line protection. You could even look at another wide receiver based on what's going on right now.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, if I'm looking at that receiving core, do you really trust them right now? I mean, the hope is not a plan. The hope is BTJ gets rid of the drops, right?
Yeah.
You don't really know what you have with Downey Brown. You just don't. I mean, we're now 6 games into this thing. You don't know what he is.
Yeah.
And I don't know why Parker Washington's not getting more reps. I don't know why he's not out there more. Why he hasn't become the number 2 option, but he hasn't. I look at this receiving core and I'm like, yeah, if you can get someone, definitely. But I think the more pressing need obviously, I think the number one need is edge rusher.
Yeah.
It's just edge. You got to get the quarterback.
Yeah, and Eric Armstead still has continued to show up. He did not make a play until the end of the game, basically, this past week. But I'll remind everybody.
Big play in a big moment.
It was still a one-score game. He and Ventrell Miller were able to get to Sam Darnold. They also tipped a pass. They forced how many punts in the second half? I think 3 or 4 in a row. But Jacksonville also had 3 or 4 punts in a row, which was ridiculous.
Again, I said this yesterday. The defense played well enough to win that game. They did. Even though they gave up those 2 big pass plays, they played well enough to win that game.
Yeah, the thing that gets you more than anything else, and we'll there were 2 61-yard plays. One was a touchdown, and the other one was a game clincher.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. And so that you cannot have. But a type of guy.
And you could I hate to say this because he's a friend of the show and we all love him.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably tag Dewey on both those.
Yeah.
Both those.
Yeah.
Because he didn't rotate quick enough on the first deep ball.
Yeah.
And who knows? He could have stopped him at the 5 and they could have gone in, whatever, okay? Second one was definitely, he just misplayed him. He bit on the play action.
Yeah. And so Coach Ingram will definitely chime in on that. But if you guys want to throw a name in there as far as guys you're looking at, and you can take a look at.
And Dewey's played well, by the way.
Yeah,
let's say that. During this season, he's played well.
Yeah, overall, he's been a very good player, especially when given an opportunity because he knows where to be and he's there most of the time. And he's head knocking. He is delivering shots, and he's asked to play a very physical brand of football on the back end.
But in that coverage, he got deep middle.
Mm-hmm. He does.
Yeah.
He does, man.
What froze him?
There's no other way to say that.
No other way to say it. He had deep middle. All right. What froze him?
On the first one, definitely.
On the first one, absolutely. So what froze him? What was he looking inside for? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So and see, you can't. That's what I'm talking about. Those mental errors.
Right.
You got to understand the magnitude of the moment. You cannot afford to have those kind of mental errors and breakdowns.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna give you another guy off the edge that I think makes some sense. And you're looking for a team that is almost in tank mode, and you've barely gotten past the first Sunday of October. What are we, second Sunday? Second Sunday of October. Jalen Phillips, former Cane, Miami Dolphin. The Dolphins are not in a good situation right now. Still need to get your take on when Tua is basically announcing to the world that they're calling players-only meetings and players aren't showing up or they're late.
Yeah, we might have to do a Leon's locker room.
Yeah, we need one on that one. But Jalen Phillips is a guy that could help this football team. You know how good he's been. He's come back from injury. He definitely is a guy that you should be thinking about and might be able to do something. Take a look at the New York Football Giants. They've got 3 pass rushers. Okay, they just went and got Abdul Carter. They got Brian Burns, who has been doing some pretty good work. What if they say goodbye to Kayvon Thibodeau? A guy like that. I don't know. These are guys that you should throw out there and think about.
In a heartbeat.
And it depends on, because I want to say Thibodeau, he was the same year as Trayvon, wasn't he? And so,
yes.
Yeah, contract-wise, he's still up there. I mean, he's on that 5th-year deal. Again, another guy that's hungry for a contract. So that also makes some sense. So you guys chew on those. Throw some other ones at us, 641-1010. We'd love to hear from you on that subject. Let's get a little college ball in this next seg. We got to do our XLP to the CFP tomorrow, but today.
I thought we were doing today. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. But let's just do a little bit more of what we're thinking about coming out of this past weekend, where teams are headed. I really surrendered the points and took Alabama. I really did.
You did.
What the hell was I thinking? It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime. Driven to fall forward. Elite service for elite companies.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage, too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com.
This is Jaguar Hall of Famer Tony Baselli telling you about Heritage of North Florida, Jacksonville's premier roofing and home remodeling company. With over 25 years of trusted experience, Heritage of North Florida has built a reputation for quality, reliability, and craftsmanship. Whether you need a new roof or updating your kitchen or bathroom, trust the pros at Heritage of North Florida to create the perfect place to call home. Mention Jaguars to get $1,500 off your next roof or kitchen remodel when you go to heritagenfl.com. Go Jags.
if a storm impacts our area, JEA is ready to respond. Our team of over 2,000 employees is prepared to move in when the storm moves on. Once restoration efforts begin, we won't stop until everyone is back online. And we'll keep you informed with real-time updates at JEA.com and the MyJEA app. We're ready for storm season and want you to be too. Visit JEA.com/storm to learn what you can do now to prepare.
Hey, Hicken here. Tired of glasses or contacts? Discover customized vision solutions at Bowden Eye & Associates. Dr. Bowden's team offers cutting-edge options like EVO implantable Collamer lenses or refractive lens exchange and classic LASIK, designed to fit your life. Picture perfect vision for reading, driving, or just enjoying the day. It's easier than you think. Call now for your free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates, they're keeping the First Coast focused.
Since 1901, generations of skilled union workers have built the backbone of our community. Hospitals, schools, the buildings where you work. Every year, a new apprentice class of Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians is stepping up, trained, driven, and ready to do great things. They're not just building our city, they're building their future. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to become a member or contractor today.
Get ready, poker players. The World Poker Tour is coming back to Best Bet Jacksonville from October 30th through November 18th. It's your chance to become a World Poker Tour champion with 14 different poker tournaments to play, including the Best Bet Scramble, a $5,000 no-limit hold'em main event with a $1 million guarantee. Satellites and mega satellites are going on now at Best Bet Jacksonville. For the full WPT schedule and more information, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Prosser here again for Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts you can trust. You might think you have a struggle ahead, but Chad and Sandy always have a solution, and ultimately it ends in a success story. Jacksonville area homes are selling, but getting the right price requires aggressive marketing and proven systems. Hiring the experts who know how to create demand is crucial. You need Chad and Sandy Newman. Need to sell now? Chad and Sandy have instant offers, fast, easy, stress-free. But, man, they deliver with the promises. The local real estate experts you can trust. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Oh, and the proof is out there. Tom and Nicole in Mandarin. I got a new job in Louisiana. We found a new home. Now we'd have to sell fast to avoid paying 2 mortgages. Chad and Sandy did it. Use them today. ChadAndSandy.com. That's ChadAndSandy.com.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. You've heard me talking about Pella Windows and Doors. With great ratings and expert reviews, you know they're high quality and energy efficient products. So what's your next step? Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or just stop by the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Their professional design consultants will guide you through your entire project from start to finish. And that's the quality and service you can expect from Pella Windows and Doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
There must be some kind of way out of here.
All right, we're back on XLP. It's a Tuesday. Matt Hayes, Joe Cowart, Leon Cersei, JJ running the show. We're talking Jags. We're talking college football. That Missouri game. Here's what bothered me about that Missouri game. Bo Prabula throws 2 picks in that game, or we're sitting here talking right now who's the best team in the SEC is at Missouri. Just, it's
maybe you would be.
Right. Well, I guess you would be talking about it because they'd be unbeaten, and we all know Ole Miss is a fraud.
Place.
We all know Ole Miss is a fraud.
They're
Georgia's
going
to pound Ole Miss this weekend.
Really?
Okay?
Fraud?
So I was thinking, like, if they just don't turn the ball over. Turnovers are they just kill games, man.
Well, when you say Ole Miss, well, first of all, you're on the lane train now, so I got to defend them.
I am on the lane train, but they're a fraud.
But okay, so they played a Washington State team. They beat them by a field goal, but they still put over 400 yards of offense.
And they were trailing.
And you always told
that
me
Washington State team would lose to like 30 FCS.
But you always told me on the road, you just.
No, they were
went.
home.
They were at
home.
home. They were at home.
Okay.
Now, but who do they play? Hang on. Who do they play?
And then Lane
next?
started blaming the fans afterwards. He started blaming the fans for a lack of environment.
Yeah, now
like you don't go out and get ready to play because the students
what?
aren't yelling.
Now he is ready to leave.
Come on,
I love
man.
it. Now he is ready to leave. If he
Right,
starts
that's
taking
That's what all
shots.
that's what all the Gator fans on social media were saying. Now he's ready to leave. He hates the fans.
Well, you know, they did struggle against Kentucky and
and Arkansas.
Arkansas
They
this
should
year,
have
who are
lost to
terrible
Arkansas.
teams.
Who's this next game?
They're relying on or they're
Georgia.
Yeah,
Georgia.
So they have their big quote unquote big win is against LSU, who by the way is an underdog to Vanderbilt. this week.
They are losing to Vandy.
Yeah.
This week. It's at Vandy. That's 100% their
That seat would get real hot.
Tell you what, the old
For Brian
Commodores, they're now stalwarts of the Southeastern Conference right now. You got
I'm telling you right now, you wait and see. Georgia's going to beat almost like 34-3, and everybody's going to say the boogeyman's back. Everybody's going to say this is Georgia. Georgia made the turn against Auburn. Then
can
they
Georgia do
the
that?
exclamation point
Wait a
here and Ole Miss, and here we go.
You talking about the same Georgia team that gives us? You said they give up so many yards.
I'm telling
in
you
the air.
right now, you wait and see.
Okay, all right.
That'll be the new mantra on ESPN when Georgia blows out Ole Miss. Georgia is back.
34-3 is what he's saying. Wow. Yeah. All right.
They're gonna kill them.
I was a little surprised when the point spread came out and it's like 6.5 for Georgia. I thought it'd be closer to 3 or 4.
Well,
so they know something.
Trinidad, the dude from Ferris State, is still playing well enough. Like we said, they did come from behind, and it might have been that classic sandwich game. Look ahead.
Let me tell you
thinking
something.
about
Trinidad's
Georgia.
about ready to get introduced to the US of A.
Yes.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
what?
Trinidad's about ready to get introduced to the US of A there in Athens, okay?
Now,
by the way, he's not Trinidadian or Tobago. Yeah. He's just a guy whose first name is Trinidad.
He is Trinidad, okay? He is a country. He's half a Tobago in Trinidad.
It's not
right
Trinidad Chambly or anything like that. He's just a dude that was born in the USA.
That's boring.
Yeah. But here's the thing that gets me more than anything else. Forget about making fun of his name, Matt.
I wasn't making fun of his name. I was explaining who he was.
He's from Ferris flipping State. That's what is so impressive.
His own coach took a shot at him at halftime too. He was like,
get introduced to the SEC. Okay?
"Hey, he's playing like he's still in Division II. I have to remind him that we're not there anymore."
Right. Exactly. Wake up a little bit.
So does that kid what was his name?
Austin Simmons.
Austin Simmons. Is he just not part of things whatsoever anymore?
Well,
No,
that's another guy
he's
that we
rolling with Chambliss.
But that's another guy that we knighted that was going to be great. Not so much.
He might be your quarterback next year, pal. So
who
get
knows?
ready for him.
But he doesn't take care of the football, and I don't know whether he'll follow. I think DJ Lagway would stay in Gainesville if Lane Kiffin came calling.
Absolutely.
Because Lane might have a better set of plays in the second half of ball games, or even maybe the second quarter of ball games. Who knows? Who knows?
I just thought it was funny he was blaming the fans that they almost lost to Wazoo.
Classic.
Sort of like blaming the fans because the Jags almost lost to the Seahawks.
Right. Yeah. And the fans had nothing to do with
Nothing.
Well, don't you think he's sort of planting those minds? He's been doing this about Florida, you know, and whether he's trolling Gator fans or not, he's certainly been, in my opinion, talking about Florida through his tweets and cryptic comments, and even there, like he said, "Hey, we're the 5th ranked team. Like the student section shouldn't look like that." Knowing at Florida, it'll always be packed.
Yeah. And they look, Hotty Toddy still supports the hell out of their program, and he'll probably have them more lathered up and fired up the next time they have a home game, and the Grove will be rocking and all that kind of stuff. But he's pushing buttons. Kirby pushes buttons. Nick pushed buttons forever. And these guys know exactly what they're trying to do when they do this, and they want that atmosphere. Even though Jacksonville didn't lose because of the atmosphere, they want the atmosphere, that Monday night atmosphere, to be a Sunday day atmosphere. That type of thing is what they're gunning for. But I think these teams, what did we start the show again with? Every week is different. Same exact thing in the college football world.
Yeah.
Okay, every stinking week you think you've got it figured out, and someone's going to pop up and, to steal a Norvell term, black eye you. Okay, when you least expect it. And so,
by the way, has Blue gotten to the bottom of that yet?
I don't know yet. He's a forensic detective in this
he
case.
did go to school for that.
Yeah, he is. That's true. He was a law enforcement man.
He's got that bone in his mouth, man. He's not letting go.
There has been a cop posted outside the studio for like an hour at this point. I hope that doesn't have anything to do with it.
So I was out. This is a little concerning now that you're seeing it. I am seeing the yellow plates. And hey, the fact that we moved from Hogan Road to now these beautiful palatial settings, I kind of miss Sheriff Mark of Hogan Road, because Sheriff Mark was the one who originally fixed the Hogan Road
The light.
Oh, he did big things.
Many hours of content at this station on that light for a while.
He also did not
many-
give you tickets many times when you probably should have had tickets.
Yeah, but I did get one of those when they take the camera shot of you, which was just illegal as all get
I don't
out.
think they do that anymore.
No, because it
Thank
was
God.
illegal. But I had to pay one of those bad boys. But just the fact that there were so many texts sent from the red light on Hogan Road.
Yeah,
You're
I'll
gonna
be
miss
there
that.
in
I'm at the
10.
light.
Yeah.
I'm at the
light.
So I go outside, and one of our dudes just picks up this massive, and JJ can attest to this, the massive Corona tailgate giveaway. It's a Corona tailgate tent, couple of Corona chairs, Corona cooler, Corona ball.
Which we'll have
like
another
6
giveaway
boxes.
in about 3 weeks. We'll have another one.
And the Sonny's gift card. And so I go out there, and Chris is picking it up. Okay, he's got them all. He says, "I'm picking it up for my brother-in-law," whichever one he says. So anyway, I'm like, "Bro, let me get your contact information." And so he goes, "Well, I don't have a card but this is my card. I'm gonna show it to you on YouTube."
The blade?
That is his business card.
That's
That is
fantastic.
just awesome.
That's badass.
Yeah.
That's a shimmy right
Chris
there.
has got to come back
Yeah.
and get like
Matt,
5 of
there-
those here.
there you are right
Don't
there.
even say that with the shiv. That's scary.
That's not a shiv. That's the real deal.
Oh, that's the
Okay,
real
legit.
deal.
all right.
Yeah, absolutely love the heck out of that. All right. So we will have a chance for others to guess correctly at the end of the, and got to remember your picks because in my world I was 6-0 last
I mean,
week.
that giveaway was unreal,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, it's very nice. Sonny's.
Just a great giveaway.
Yeah, so you can order up your delicious food for your tailgate, set up every single week with your cooler, tent, chairs, ball, toss it around, all courtesy
Sonny's
of
grub.
Corona.
While we're at it, we might as well give updated standings before we break after
Okay.
Monday night's game.
Yeah.
Our boy Leon Searcy is now tied for first place. Congrats, Leon, with Coach and with Corona Matt. All at 23-19 against the spread. I'm one game back, 22-20. Joe and Matt, after Matt, a 5-1 week, he's now at 500.
Yeah.
They are tied at 21-21. So all of us are at least 500 or better, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I told him earlier in the year that when he did have that one really, really good week, I'm concerned because he's on the come. He's on the come.
The only team that hurt me were the Gators. Losing that game, getting 7.5.
You're the one who predicted they were going to run.
You did. You said
I
it,
did,
Ron.
but I'm telling you right now, look at the rest of that schedule. They ain't been anybody on that schedule.
Yeah, well, they suck right now.
They do.
Offensively, okay?
They do.
And defensively
And,
last
yeah,
week.
all
That's
of a
what
sudden-
worried me. Like,
yeah.
wow, the
They
defense
had
is
a
giving
bad
up
first
now.
half, man.
Yeah.
They did a bad
All of a
first
sudden,
half.
they just lost it from a defensive point of view. And how can you go down and score easily, fairly easily, with two big drives, and then not have anything more for that other?
I'm going to give you 2 words. You ready?
defense? Yeah.
Billy Napier.
Yeah, Billy Napier, Billy Vanilli, Billy Napier. It is XL Primetime.
XL Prime Time.
Driven by Duval Ford. This is the Swamp.
Keeps out to the fake, running right, blows in the end zone.
It's the other Bulldogs from Starkville.
Touchdown Gators!
Florida, Mississippi State. Saturday at 4 on Jacksonville's home of Florida Gators football. 1010 XL.
Want a fresh and flavorful tailgate this season? Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad perfect for lunch, parties, and your tailgate. Order 3 ways at one of 4 area locations. Call 1-833-MY-CHICK or online at chickcatering.com.
Hey friends, Frank Frangie here. You know me. I don't mess around when it comes to taking care of business. Well, if your plumbing or AC company is giving you excuses, it's time to make a trade. Call the pros at Duck Duck Rooter. They're the trusted partner for some of the biggest commercial names in Northeast Florida. Their office team keeps billing smooth, and their field techs show up ready to fix the problem, fast and right. Bring in the starters with Duck Duck Rooter, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Call 904-862-6769. 904-862-6769. Tell them Frank sent you.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On October 14th, 1991, Mike Gardner becomes the first NHL player to score his 500th goal, 500th assist, and point number 1,000, all in the same season.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know Before You Blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm in Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkston. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Maxed out on credit card, struggling with high interest debt? You could pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. Hey, it's Prosser here. Get cash out now without touching your low-rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto is amazing. One Loan Pronto client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. They paid off debt, renovated their kitchen, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,800. That's a huge turnaround. Instant approvals, low rates, no hard credit pull up front. That's Loan Pronto. Listen, your home equity is yours. Use it. Get cash to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home and see how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto is an A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have nearly 2,500 5-star Google reviews. Call now and start the conversation. Go to loanpronto.com or call 999-1508. That's loanpronto.com.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then, strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Get paid to lose weight in a paid obesity research study with Encore Research. If you're 18 or older with a BMI of 27 or more, you may qualify. No insurance required, no cost to you. Enroll at EncoreDocs.com or call 904-732-6669.
Joe C. for Preferred Roofing, reminding you your roof is more than just felt and shingles. It's a system that not only keeps your home dry, but also impacts your heating and cooling bills. Preferred Roofing and Construction is a GAF Master Elite roofing contractor lauded for having the ability to educate and inform homeowners on their options. Why GAF and Preferred Roofing? They're veteran-owned and operated with ties to Duval for decades. A family business ready to make sure your family has a good roof over its head. Log on, preferredroofingjacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Lemon Pepper Locker Room with Leon Searcy. Served up by Wingstop.
I think it starts with the leadership in helping articulate that for the guys, and then what we're expecting out of the guys, right? We're expecting this. Are we getting that? Are we not getting that? We have guys showing up to player-only meetings late, guys not showing up to player-only meetings. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. Do we have to make this mandatory? Do we not have to make this mandatory? So it's a lot of things of that nature that we got to get cleaned up, and it starts with the little things like that.
No. Poor Tua. Team's in trouble. That's the beginning of the end where players don't show up to play. I hate the players-only meetings, all right? I ain't want you to talk about it. I want you to be about it. This showed me that you're going to get the job done on Sundays. But here's the thing with players.
But did you not show up to any of those?
No, I showed out of respect, because it matters who's calling it, Joe. Mm-hmm. It matters who's calling it. The guys who would call our player-only meetings would be guys who had credentials.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Mark, Lagerman, those type of cats who on the field got it done. If you're not getting it done on the field, you don't have no credibility. I don't have to show up to that.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
And I can understand it.
Okay.
Tua's not playing well. The team's not playing well. So whoever called it, doesn't have the credentials to call it because they're not showing up.
Read the tea leaves for me then, because he decides to do this after really a bad game. Okay, and I don't know whether he is just.
How did he play, Joe?
That's what I'm saying.
The question. How did he play?
After his bad game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm trying to see if I can pull up the.
The timing's off, Joe.
Yeah.
If he had a bad game, he's calling the players only meeting. That's not the time to call it.
Right.
He threw 3 picks.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And so
he's the last one on the list that should be calling the players.
I agree with that. I mean, it makes sense, but isn't the quarterback sort of, even if he's playing bad, he is the leader? No.
If you want to anoint him, go ahead and anoint him.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah. If he's playing terrible, he can't call no players on
He is the leader, though.
But can't he be like, hey, listen, I know that I'm talking about myself.
Right. I know that I suck right now.
Right.
Yes,
There you go.
listen.
If you include that somewhere in your statement in front of the press where they're all going to run wild with it, first off, I sucked today.
Yeah, but
Which he might have.
But where you lead me, if you lead me off a cliff, I'm not following you. Especially if you're playing bad.
Right.
I'm
Very
sorry.
true.
Yeah.
And it has been such a bizarre deal down there. Just when you think they might be figuring it out, they haven't. They go up, they lose the game to Carolina, then they lose this one at home after the Chargers were kind of smart.
And here's another thing that the players don't like what you do, Tua. You don't call them out in the media. Okay,
Yeah.
They got players not showing up to play on the media, and the guys who didn't show up know who they are. They don't like the fact that you went to the media and said that. That's supposed to be in house.
Which is what other
They're gonna keep
alpha
nibbling.
leader Mike McDaniel said yesterday to the media was, hey, Tua, I get what you're doing, but don't do that to the media.
Yeah,
I think you meant beta.
I was joking. I was being sarcastic.
Yeah, you don't do that. You don't call your teammates out, especially you coming off a bad performance, because they have every right to call you out on certain things when you throw 3 picks.
And he had 17 touchdowns and 1 pick, then he can say that.
Exactly, that part. I mean, listen, when we called our player-only meeting in '96, when we were like 3-6, we called it because we were losing a lot of one-score games, all right?
Yeah.
We knew we had a lot of talent. And we figured this, we might as well, if TC going to work us to death, all right, we might as well get some wins out of it, all right? Because until we change with the winning, he's not going to change his philosophy as far as working us. So when we started winning, he lightened up.
All right, so since we're in the locker room right now,
go ahead.
I want you to explain what these things are like. A, how long are they? B, how many guys talk?
Good question.
And C, does it really matter? Start with A.
Okay, how long are the meetings?
How long are the meetings?
The meetings might be somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes.
Okay, so how many guys talk?
5.
Is it after
Usually 5.
practice?
It's usually after practice, and then there's a lot of cursing going on. Let
You
me just
air
say
it
that.
out.
There's a lot of F-bombs.
It's locker room talk.
Yeah,
You're just airing it out.
We're just airing it out. You know, there's a
And
lot
I'm
of
tired of this BS.
a lot of finger pointing, but it's always
a safe space.
It's divided between the offense talking and the defense talking. It's no
Are there any fists thrown this?
No, a lot of cursing.
Yeah.
So guys know when you're getting called out. You're just getting called out. Deal with it.
Well, when you get called out, you get called out as a unit. Offensive line, maybe defensive line,
Not individually.
Not individually.
So nobody on the offense, like you just said, is pointing at the defense.
No,
and being like, "Hey,
I think they're definitely going back and forth, right?
Yeah. Offense and defense are going back and forth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what you're trying, at least what I believe you're trying to do is say, okay, all of this BS that we're putting out there has got to stop.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm taking ownership of it. You're now taking ownership.
Yeah, because the offense will say stuff like defense, you got to stop somebody, you got to get some rush, you got to get some turnovers. Then the defense will say offense, you need to run the ball, protect the pass, stop turning the ball over 3 and outs, all that kind.
Yeah.
So it's that back and forth.
And then I'm hoping everybody walks out of the room, and they may not say it out loud, but they walk out of the room going, "Damn it, I got to play better."
True.
Yeah,
That's
kind
what
of
you
Is it the typical guys who talk, or have you ever been in a situation where a guy who's never talked before stood up and said something, you're like, whoa?
Like Cam Little.
Yeah, you might.
Swing.
You might hear something
Like
for
did Tommy
someone.
Mack stand up, bare chested on one of those tables and start screaming he's going to beat
He might
everybody's
have,
ass once they
yes.
start playing?
Yeah, he might have.
Because I could see that happening.
Yeah, he might have. I don't usually say nothing at these meetings. I'm just like, man, I want to go home, man.
And you talk with your play.
Right, you talk with the way you play.
Yeah,
right.
that's why I never liked them. I mean, if you just play better, these meetings aren't necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so McDaniel, he goes, I think regardless of intent, and what was on Tua's mind after a loss as the franchise quarterback, that's not the forum to displace that. He kind of went Jimmy Gladstone's on us with the big words. He goes, I think he knows that now. I do honestly believe there was no ill intention, but you're talking about kind of a misguided representation of player-orchestrated film sessions.
Yeah. Well, you know what happened now is Tua is officially a complete man.
Mm-hmm.
He's a company man.
And weren't
he can't be trusted.
I think
Thank you, JJ.
I think Tua's a guy
can't be trusted
who's getting
in the
tired
locker
of
room.
losing.
There's plants in those locker rooms.
Yeah, I'm just
that are
saying.
players.
He's the mole.
Yeah.
Really?
He'll go back and tell Mike.
You don't think he's just tired of losing?
No, I think he's the mole.
Really?
You don't go to the media.
It's so funny because I'm kind of with Matt on this a little bit.
I'm just telling you.
Like my play is sucking, and it's looking worse now because everything else
Your
around
play
me
is sucking
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Now guys know you can't have certain conversations around because you know that it's going to go to. That's what I'm saying.
That's
about
probably
Tua.
very true.
You can't have certain conversations around Tua because it'll.
That's very true. That makes sense. All right, so let's slide into the 1 o'clock hour. Gerald Ingram, about 15 minutes away. We'll hear from one of our coaches. We did our Both Sides of the Ball podcast on the social channels earlier. A great stream show between Coach Ingram, Coach Duff. So you guys can find that. Just check it out on 1010XL 92.5.
XL Prime Time, driven by Duval Ford. It's a snapshot in time.
Unbelievable concentration.
But in the end, there's always a play that stood out.
And there's the biggest play of the day.
Listen for the performance painting high performance play of the game on 1010XL.
This is your escape. This is your next adventure. This is Mazda, and this is Mazda at the Avenues. Lauren Brooks here. Right now, purchase any new Mazda model, and Mazda at the Avenues will match your down payment or your payments for 1 full year. Plus, every new Mazda comes with 3 years, 36,000 miles of maintenance at no additional charge to you. This is luxury, and this is the start of something new. This is Mazda at the Avenues. For complete details, call 904-430-8047.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sonny's here.
It's the Gator Podcast Channel with Frank Frangie and me, Dan Hicken, on all things Gators. Hacker and Denny Thompson have Gator Bites, and you can find them wherever you find podcasts or at 1010XL.com. Presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey folks, this is Denny Thompson, and when it comes to protecting my home, I turn to Tyson, the leaders in state-of-the-art home security right here in Jacksonville. Their AI cameras and smart doorbells are top-notch, keeping an eye on what matters most. Whether you're moving in or upgrading, Tyson offers flexible packages, rent or own, with specials on the first 3 years. Ramp up now for the holidays, the perfect gift for you or someone you love. Call Tyson today at 590-7979 for details.
The flagship station of the Jaguars, WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach, WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The drip from a leaky faucet isn't just annoying, it's wasteful. Worn parts or corrosion could waste thousands of gallons a year. Superior Plumbing and Pipeline will fix it fast. When your faucet's leaking, make the superior choice. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Hi folks, Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hi, I'm Amber Frangie. You know that other Frangie? Well, he's my dad. But I'm here to tell you about how much I appreciate the Awaken 180 weight loss program and how it's changed my life. Like a lot of folks, I let myself go a little. Not proud of that, but it happens. And I wasn't sure what to do. I've tried a lot of other weight loss programs, but they just didn't work. Not like Awaken 180. Can you believe I've lost 70 pounds in less than 4 months? With Awaken 180, there's no medication, no shots, and no side effects. And best of all, really fast results. You eat the food that's provided, and it's really good food. You work with a coach on a regular basis who guides you through the whole process. I'm never hungry. In fact, I never feel like I'm sacrificing anything. Just living a totally normal life. That's my new normal. And now, in October, they're offering free consultations. So there's no reason not to call them and learn more. Call them at 844-346-1800, or you can visit awaken180.com. It really has changed my life, and I bet it'll change yours too. That's Awaken 180.
Winter and spring registration is already cranking up at I-9 Sports, and if you have kids ages 3 to 17, I-9 Sports is inviting you to get them on the field or in the gym with great sports like girls flag football. Plenty of places to play like Oakley, Fleming Island, UNF, Fletcher, and Creekside. Log on to i9sports.com and see all the sports they have to offer across the First Coast. In Duval, Clay, and St. John's. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount. Registration open right now for winter and spring sports at i9sports.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Brandon Roofing. The Jacksonville Jaguars have announced that Devin Lloyd and Quentin Morris will be out for Sunday's game against Los Angeles. Neither player has traveled to London with the squad. This is the second time in 4 seasons that Lloyd has missed the London trip with an injury. Right now, 81 degrees at 102. Time and Temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Who lit it up last night? Brought to you by American-Electrical.com.
Right there, you go chasing like that. 2-2 to Contreras. And a swing and a miss.
Oh, he go?
Did he go? He did. It's a swing, and Collins is out. And Churio is rung up. And the payoff pitch, Yelich a swing and a miss. He comes back in the fourth and puts him down in order with 2 Ks. And a called strike 3. He's come back strong. And he has been as dominant as ever. That is a swing. And that changeup and a 3-2 count. Here comes Snell. And he rings him up.
I'll tell you what, man. He was nasty last night. Nasty Blake Snell. I don't know whether JJ has a
Nasty Blake, that's what I call her.
I don't know whether he has
She can be nasty.
a nickname for her or not, but Blake Snell stuff last night was nasty. And it was a huge, huge win for him and the LA Dodgers, who could have been a piece of infamy with a double play that came from center field to home plate, which was just incredible. And
I mean, that's one of the weirdest plays I've ever seen in my life,
it's
dude.
wild. If people didn't see it, just a beautiful, beautiful ball. Looks like it's headed out, hits the top of the wall.
Well, it hits his glove,
Yeah,
so
that's
you think he catches it, but then it actually hit the wall, and then he caught it again with his glove. So the guy at the base runners don't know what to do. There's one out. So finally they realize, like, oh, I don't have to tag up, and he's running home. And at that point, it's a force out at home.
Yes.
And then the television cameras don't show you that right after the force out, the catcher runs to third base and gets the double play, and everybody's confused. And it was just, I've never seen it. It was a double play that you'll never see again, probably.
Yeah, because it goes off the mitt and then up against the wall, and then he catches it again, and you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, that's an out. No, it's not. And then like you just described. So in the end, Blake Snell was unreal. And when you think about what he was able to do, and I could easily make this a perfecto, but it'll be just too hard. How about 8 innings pitched with 1 or 0 base runners in postseason history? Okay, 8 innings pitched. This is a saucy, if nothing else.
I know Don Larson's done it.
So Don Larson with the perfect game, 1956. Okay, Blake Snell did it last night and the only other one is Roy Halladay in 2010.
Who had a no-hitter.
Yeah,
Saucy Nugs.
So that's just honestly an incredible performance from him. Freddie comes up big in the end, Freddie Freeman. And then let's not mention the Seattle Mariners as they're up 2-0 in the best of.
Which I think I saw that only 3 or 4 teams in the history of baseball have lost the first 2 games at home and been able to come back. One against my Braves, of course, 96 Yankees, but I think that might have been the last one. So I doubt it happens.
That's a really
and Seattle's never been to the World Series before.
Yeah, from 15 innings to 2 really unbelievable games, and Cal Raleigh at the center of a lot of it. That's for sure. All right, so
the crazy thing is Blake Snell was also once a great running back at the University of Kentucky too.
Yeah.
Played for the Steelers.
I do remember him. That was Benny.
Yeah.
That
was trying to keep the listeners engaged if they're hearing baseball going.
Oh, stop!
Oh, give me a break! It's postseason baseball. You have no idea what you're even talking about.
Leon was nodding off over here.
Oh no, I was paying attention. No.
Yeah. Hey, just because you can't pay attention,
I can't.
It's
sorry that UTEP versus insert MAC school wasn't on last night.
Yeah,
exactly. It was a great game too.
You're in your own little world there.
I'm sure there is MAC.
I don't think I am. I think there's a lot of you out there that are like me.
Well, I've already told you the Major League Baseball in terms of attendance and ratings up, and so.
Right.
I know you don't care, but like we said, that's a great example of meaningless other football games that you're knee deep in and paying attention to. These have provided great theater. That's what I love more than anything else.
We don't have any MACtion. Yeah, unfortunately tonight.
CUSA tonight, I think.
Yeah,
right?
because we got 40. We had 40.
Conference USA is taking over the Tuesday night.
Coosa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's Coosa Tuesdays, baby.
Wednesday's the MAC.
Okay. I mean, how could I have screwed that one up?
Yeah, honestly.
That's on me. All right, let me quickly give you, for Matt, tonight we have New Mexico State taking on Liberty. 3-2 versus 2-4. Yeah,
thrilling action.
We have Arkansas, and that's on CBS Sportsnet. We have on ESPN2 Arkansas State versus South Alabama, who's 1-5. We have FIU in a local one.
Right.
FIU, Leon's former
Pride of
employer,
Cersei.
against Western Kentucky, and Western Kentucky is 3-0 in the Conference USA. So
don't look down.
If you don't want to watch playoff baseball, folks, you got FIU, WKU.
That's right. The pride of Leon Cersei right there.
Yeah. I had to do it, Matt. You're going to make fun of our sport.
Yeah,
we're going to make fun of yours.
El Succo right there. And so it really has provided great theater and love. And this is what makes October so good, because you are looking at, like, last night.
If you don't have 2 TVs going, I don't even know what you're doing.
But you come out of last night and you're like, wait a minute, who are the Buffalo Bills? Should I be looking at somebody else in the AFC East? Should I start betting on somebody else? Because they went from scoring 33 points a game when they were unbeaten. Now 11 points per game is the average. And so they're stinking it up. Things
the Patriots,
change.
maybe? Would you bet on the Patriots to win the AFC East right now?
It's just a little
future.
lull.
It is, but just as a future, I'll just put it to you this way. I had to console the son-in-law, up in Nash Vegas. I moved him up in the power rankings just because he's feeling crappy about his football team.
Sympathy move?
It was sympathy for the most part, but I'm like, bro, you need to be more excited about this, because now you're canning Callahan and his old man, and you're going to, at the very least, start looking for somebody else that can do something with your offense and Cam Ward. But the worst thing for what they did up in Nashville, how many people are having to answer for, why did you get rid of Mike Vrabel? Why did tell me once again?
Potential Coach of the Year candidate, Mike Vrabel.
Give me the process again on how you decided to do this. Well, anyway, the GM that wanted him out is already gone and ultimately out. Now Callahan's gone, and Vrabel is resurrecting the New England Patriots to what Patriots fans were so used to seeing for so many years.
I mean, they canned Vrabel after. I mean, they were like 7-1 or something like that, and lost.
I don't remember exact. You're talking.
I'm talking about his last year there.
Yeah, I thought they. I have to go back and look.
Yeah, because I think they were on like a losing streak after starting off pretty good.
Yeah. I think they lost maybe 5 of the last 6 or something like that, in that neighborhood on the way in.
They finished 6-11.
Yeah.
6-11.
Yeah, and so they lost a bunch of them. They made a decision. This was only, I believe, a year removed from being in the postseason. So anyway, he's a good coach. We know that. Getting him out of the AFC South, breath of fresh air for a lot of us.
Do you want to hear the AFC South odds right now? I'm sort of shocked by this.
Well, right now, the Colts are the prohibitive.
No, excuse me, the AFC East, what we were just talking about.
Okay, yeah, give me that.
So you would think that the Bills and the Patriots are probably close. Not at all. The Bills are still minus 240. You can get 2-1 odds for the Patriots. And the Bills right now are the favorites to win the AFC still.
Yeah,
I don't doubt that.
Over the Chiefs, over the Colts, over the Chargers. If you see the 3 teams they've beaten, I think 2 are 1-5 and 1 is 0-6.
They still look in a lot of ways like that lethal combination of Josh Allen and good defense. But
well, I think Atlanta exposed them a little bit last night because what they did, they played man, they blitzed them, and they don't have a go-to receiver.
No.
When they go man and blitz after him.
Well,
and then Josh Allen is your second leading rusher in the game.
But would you agree with this, Leon? Josh Allen did not have himself a very good game last night.
He was terrible. But I was always waiting. Last year, last 2 years, when he had a bad play, you just knew that he was going to come back and make 2 other great plays.
In this case, he
just didn't.
They look a little slow last night.
He did not. Yeah,
but maybe it's because Atlanta looks so damn fast.
Yeah, and they were fired up.
Yeah.
They really were. And like I said, you got to give Raheem Morris a lot of credit for what they've been able to do and engineer up there and get it, because they've had talent. Now they got a football team that's playing with a little intensity on both sides.
Well, it goes to show you that, like we were talking about, week in and week out. You're talking about a Falcons team that lost to the Panthers 30-0.
Yeah.
And then the Bills come in there and they buzzsaw.
Make sense of that. All right, let's say hello to one of our coaches, both sides of the ball. We like to do it with Coach Gerald Ingram, Coach Mark Duvner. We got Ingram in today from that running backs position and point of view. We'll talk a little ball. Your Jaguars losing to the Seahawks. What did he see, and what do we got coming up against the L.A. Rams?
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. There's a key that opens a very special door. The Jaguars locker room. Go in the locker room with Hayes Carline to get closer to the Jags. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Big number 1 Duval Ford is trusted by Duval families, Duval businesses, and law enforcement across Florida. We're Jacksonville's largest Ford dealer by new Ford sales with the biggest service facility to keep everything in your driveway and in your fleet on the road. Shop Big number 1 Duval Ford on Cassett Avenue for our low prices and nationally recognized service-first experience. Big number 1 Duval Ford, proudly serving North Florida since 1916.
This is Mike Lynch, PGA Golf Professional. Take it from me, if you're dealing with an orthopedic issue, talk to the doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where you're treated like a pro.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros. Thanks to all of you who have allowed us to be part of your recovery. Call us at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists if you ever have a need.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hop in, I'm driving. I'm Lauren Brooks, and I'm behind the wheel as we cruise down Lawrence Lane in search of the day's most talked about sports stories. Driven by Mazda at the Avenues, 2 to 4 weekdays on 1010XL.
Jacksonville, archery season is here, and nobody does archery like Green Acres Sporting Goods, home of the largest archery pro shop in Northeast Florida. Come test shoot the newest bows from Matthews, Hoyt, Raven, and all the top brands. And starting this month, take advantage of Florida's sales tax holiday on all Second Amendment related items, running now through the end of the year. You can find it all at greenacresporting.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
It's the fall savings event going on now at Renewal by Anderson. Upgrading your home has never been easier. Get 20% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires October 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itppartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Are you struggling with hair loss? At IHRS, we understand because we've been there too. We're dedicated to finding the best solution tailored just for you.
My hair looks great. It was thinning, and IHRS restored my hair.
It's now fuller, it's thicker, voluminous. It's made me feel great.
With the latest technology and FDA-approved laser therapy, PRP, and non-surgical hair addition, we offer guaranteed solutions for men and women.
With over 35 years of experience, IHRS found a hair restoration for us, and we can find one for you.
For me.
For me.
And me too.
Visit hairforme.com or call 904-777-IHRS. Get a free microscopic analysis and get to the root of your problem. This $395 analysis is yours for free. Call 904-777-4477 now.
It's ET here, and did you know that slow speed accidents can still cause serious injuries? Ignoring minor pain today can mean big problems tomorrow. Don't wait. Call my guys at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center, the auto accident experts.
Get ready, poker players. The World Poker Tour is coming back to Best Bet Jacksonville from October 30th through November 18th. It's your chance to become a World Poker Tour champion with 14 different poker tournaments to play, including the Best Bet Scramble, a $5,000 no-limit hold'em main event with a $1 million guarantee. Satellites and mega satellites are going on now at Best Bet Jacksonville. For the full WPT schedule and more information, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, we're fired up, ready to go. We got one of our coaches in, both sides of the ball. We like to cover it from both angles, and we are treated weekly to either Mark Duffner dropping by or this man right here, Gerald Ingram, coach running backs, including Freddie T, for a number of years here in the city of Jacksonville under TC, and then was up there in, the Meadowlands when they were winning trophies, hoisting Lombardis with TC and a couple of giant Super Bowl wins. Coach, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, it's a great day in Jacksonville. It's going to be a better weekend.
Yeah. Now, it needs to be a better weekend than last weekend, right?
Yes,
so
it does.
Let's get going on that. You kind of give us an idea of, well, listen, I heard you and Leon and Hacker on the fifth quarter. You were animated. You guys were on fire. That was a frustrating loss, was it not?
I mean, our feelings were hurt when when the offensive line plays the way it did. It gives you a sour taste in your mouth because everything trickles from there. You know, nobody can do their jobs in the way it needs to be done. And I truly feel it was on both sides of the ball.
Right.
You know, the pass rush is not good enough. The four guys up front didn't do a good enough job. And the five guys up front on offense definitely didn't do a good job. And some of the things that Leon and I had seen in preseason emerged. Yeah. And then, it's like all of a sudden you went from being a confident offensive line to an offensive line that were doubting your technique, doubting how you line up, doubting, you just didn't look the same confidence. And then you let a linebacker, like Leon said, totally kick your ass, and you're like, are you kidding me? Now it affects the quarterback. Yeah. And then it affects the skill guys. And the defense, no matter what the injuries were, the defense still puts you in position to try to win the game at the end of the game. And I think the quarterback, though he was okay, was willing enough to do some different things to put them in position to try to win, but he didn't have time to try to win.
Yeah. That's the line, right?
Coach, we also in the fifth quarter, we talked about the penalties. How do you address the penalties? I personally, I think that you have to have a team meeting. You have to call guys out. You have to embarrass them. You got to put them in a position that says, hey, listen, enough is enough. Can't keep having this. This is costing us football games.
Yeah. Well, you and I grew up in an era where it starts at the top, and everything rolls downhill. Everybody gets their ass chewed out.
Yeah.
That starts from there. Then it goes to the individual groups. And individual groups got to manage each other. Okay, and it's nothing personal. Whatever is said is said,
Right.
and we're all in this to win. Then the assistant coaches have got to handle their groups because, when it does come downhill, TC would sit there and say, hey, there's about 200 other people in line that want your job. If you can't get it done, I'll find somebody else. Okay, so you, as a coach, you try to find different ways. We had a money jar, and in this money jar, we'd say, what was acceptable? What's the standard? I'll give you an example. Running back running in the hole and dodging a free man in the hole was $1,000. It was $1,000. Wow. So some of that stuff that, we used to see here, my running back, Brandon Jacobs, used to call me and said, did you see what he did there? He said, that would cost $1,000. I said, make the guy miss. I don't care if you run him over or do something, but you're not going to jump out of a hole that was there because somebody flashed in front of your face.
So there's nothing wrong with incentives, is what you're saying.
Right. So you create incentives that are positive to get away from the negatives, and then that money jar would grow. A penalty would be $100 or whatever, 200. A drop pass, was just like a fumble.
Right.
A fumble was $1,000 too. Okay, so it had to come out, your pocket. Now that money pot was at the end of the year for the offensive line dinner or the running back dinner or whatever it was, but we were hard on each other, even to the standpoint that players would get on me. If I said something stupid in the meetings, they say, Coach, that was $50. Okay, so, that was the wrong answer, So I was involved as well.
Yeah.
So, in coaching, you got to find different things to inspire them, motivate them, and make sure they do the right thing because it's all part of being a pro, okay? A championship team minimizes those problems.
Right.
Okay? So it's got to be handled. It starts at the top, and then it works its way down.
I'm glad you explained that it was a dinner because I was beginning to say you guys were circumventing the salary cap, which is a big, no in the NFL. Circumventing that cap.
Oh, definitely.
So, all right, so we were talking about this earlier. And
we're not talking about the Saints defense.
Right. We were talking about this earlier. It's a one-game league. 1 week, every week, one game.
Yeah.
But how do you get these guys to start embracing that reality of you might have lost. If you eliminate these mistakes, you can go beat the Rams. You got enough talent to go beat the Rams.
Yeah, but we've been saying that every week. Okay? We've been able to get away with situations here and we finally had a week where we didn't have turnovers.
Right.
All right. So we had to find another way. Last Monday we found a way to win with one, okay, and some other things. So we had to find another mark is how you're going to come back emotional, being as emotional high as that is, and addressing that you got to come back and do it again. And we didn't pass that test. So now we still got to go back and pass that test because now we're both going across the ocean. They were pissed off a week ago. Kansas City was pissed off Monday night. They did something about it.
Right.
To tell me that Chris Jones didn't go in that meeting and somebody called him out for being a leader and doing that. I thought I saw a different energy out of that guy the other night.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally. So when your pride is thrown and your integrity is thrown out there for who you are, that's the sign of a championship team. We all have ups and downs and lows, but Liam's trying to create a championship team here. What's the benchmark? Right. What's acceptable? What's not? And you saw it last week. Now, was it a problem that all of a sudden you got rid of a player? I remember we got rid of a player. Chris Howard fumbled the ball against Baltimore. Okay? TC cut him the next day.
Former Wolverine. Yeah.
The next day. I'm going to tell you something. It was like a pin drop that week. You want to talk about
Really?
it? Tom didn't have to say anything. Not one thing. That was probably the best practice we ever had because everybody thought that it might be them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think your coach used to do that all the time. Sooner or later, your former coach, Hurricane coach, Dallas Cowboy coach.
Oh, you talking about Jimmy?
Jimmy. He'd find the guy that he had to cut.
Well, Jimmy called it weeding out the weak.
There you go.
That's what he used to call it. He used to make practice and conditioning so hard in the heat that guys would literally get on buses, get on taxis, go to the airport at like 2 or 3 in the morning to get the hell up out of Dodge. And that's what that's what you're supposed
and that
to
might
do.
happen to our left tackle one day.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
was
There's some people that you're going to have to weed out and say, you know what? We thought was okay.
Hey,
it's not okay.
Hit that, Leon.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that, Coach, because right now, this Jaguars team has restructured a lot of deals. They freed up a lot of cap money so they can go after some specific areas of concern. One of the areas of concern, in my opinion, everybody's talking pass rusher and maybe tight end. I'm looking at the left tackle. I can't unsee what I saw Sunday. I mean, that was as soft as I've seen Walker Little play since he's been here. He just got tossed around, no confidence, no strength. You just tell me, Coach. I mean, you know when you have a left tackle, he's got to be a stud.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the best offensive lineman on your team.
That's what you're paying him for.
That's what you're paying him for. So, I mean, where do you see there's specific areas of need that we may go after as far as bringing guys in here?
Well, he definitely became a concern list because you're not thinking about one game. You're not thinking about 4 games. We're thinking about it's a long season. Is this the kind of guy is going to be that you can actually – is he worth the amount of money you're paying him, through a whole season?
Yeah.
Is he that type of a guy, or we're always going to have to worry about it? It's not like you can hide him in the box as a guard. He's your left hand. He's your bell cow. And if you think you can find better, better find better.
I'm looking at one guy, Jermaine Elumanor. He plays right tackle for the Giants, but he's a guy that's graded out pretty nicely. He might be one of those guys that's available. Anton's played better than Walker.
Yes,
but
yes, he has.
Yeah, he has played better.
Right. Now, he had a setback.
Yeah.
But some of the things that I know Leon was concerned about in Little, he went backwards. Our sets were bad. We didn't, and everybody was at fault. And it was almost like there was a fear of. We even got to the point where, and you said it Sunday, we lined up like we were afraid. But at the same time, and I got to give them a little bit on the coaching. You can't get away from the run. You can't just let them say 100%. You're going to pin their ears back and here we come. And that's kind of what we did. We got away from it. And that's what we said we weren't going to do from the past. That's what they did do in the past. True. Okay? I give Kubiak a lot of credit that in the third or fourth quarter, even though they couldn't get a third down, he didn't change. He stuck his base people out there, and he tried to run. Now, they ended up with the same amount of yards, but he didn't want to go against our nickel blitzes. He didn't want to sit there and put them in a situation where, that's at their worst on 2 other downs. So he stuck to his guns that we're going to run, and then, now, they couldn't convert a third down, but he didn't want to make it any worse than that.
Right.
And we've got to put ourselves, and that's part of running the ball. You got to be creative in running the ball. You can't just sit there and say and tell your offensive lineman, oh, well, we know they don't have enough secondary players and they don't have this and we're going to run. I hope you didn't tell your offensive lineman we're not going to run the ball and we're going to throw the ball to win the game. No way. Okay? You challenge them. Okay? You find a way that, hey, you tell everybody and they know that you're still going to come off the ball sometimes, and I expect you to win some battles. Okay? Now, here's the other thing, Leon. You've been there before when all of a sudden everybody's in disarray. You got to change the launch point of the quarterback. You got to sprint out. You got a 3-step drop. You can't just sit there and drop back when your tackles are struggling, and yeah, you can put a tight end there and, all of a sudden now they put a linebacker in the gap and the tight end's one-on-one with the guy who's a beast. Okay, but you got to change the launch point when you're in that kind of situation, and hopefully they can regroup and get their confidence back.
And you can feel that in game.
Oh yeah. Well, if you got a specific guy, well, we ain't struggled that much, so we were pretty good. But yeah, but at times when you know that the tackles are struggling a little bit with the pressure and the twist and all of that, you got to roll out. You got to roll the protection.
And
I
think what's crazy is that Trevor was moving Monday night. He was more of a willing runner Monday night than we've seen.
Yeah,
in
it was a
long,
scarecrow
long time.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did. Now he did.
Because the way those guys were attacking,
I agree.
You're gonna get hit, man.
Right. But I'm saying this is how you neutralize a pass rush. When you run the ball.
Screen game and run the ball.
Screen game,
And not having Strange there, we've been, with the two tight ends, we've been effective running nakeds. And Strange opening up a situation. Yeah, all of a sudden you brought up earlier, this morning, and the quarterback found the tight end on the opposite far side of the field. Believe me, he was looking for Strange, and Strange is not out there. Okay. All right, but he found the guy.
He had 2 fourth-down plays on one drive and then kept the play alive to Tim Patrick and ultimately got in the end zone. And that's what made it a one-score game.
Right.
So it was there. All right, we'll keep it going. You guys are more than welcome to jump in. We got some thoughts on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Gerald Ingram, one of our coaches, hanging out with us. He mentioned it. We did do on the social stream on the social channels earlier. You can find it on our 1010XL Jaguars YouTube page, any of the other places where you go for the content, both sides of the ball.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Get hit by the man in the back, Tommy Mack.
I'm bringing you straight to the gridiron to show you what it's like to put on the Jags helmet and pads.
Fridays on Jaguars Today. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. We all make decisions every day, but with Prize Picks, being right can get you paid on America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. Drake May, more or less than 243 passing yards. George Pickens, more or less than 62 receiving yards. It's just that simple, everybody. And here's the best part. Prize Picks offers an injury insurance reboot. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, where you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. And with Flex Play, you can double your money, even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code 1010XL and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. Thank you for trusting us for 55 years of custom welding fabrication and vehicle towing accessories. When you need a trailer hitch for the family car, a gooseneck for the company truck, or even RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We can do a bumper hitch, fifth wheel hitch, anything for safe, reliable towing. Come to Cannons of Jacks, where service is our #1 priority and we treat our customers as we like to be treated. Check us out online, cannonsofjacks.com.
Jax is more than a city, beaches, suburbs, or a destination. We're a community that takes care of each other. I'm former Jaguar Tom McManus. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is dedicated to serving you with respect and integrity. From estate cleanouts to furniture and appliance removal, we handle it all. Call 506-1256 for your free estimate today. We're here for you. We're veteran-owned and operated. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through October 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. No one has time to get hurt, lost wages, injuries that not only hurt but hinder our success. If you're in this position due to the negligence of another, you deserve to be paid. Hey, this is Tom McManus. Injuries suck, so check out Morgan & Morgan. They're the largest personal injury law firm in the country. 100 offices, over 1,000 lawyers with enough firepower to handle any and all personal injury cases. And they make filing a claim easy, and they don't get paid unless you do. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Visit forthepeople.com or hit Pound Law from your cell. Pound Law, that's all.
Guys, are you struggling with obesity and being overweight? Living with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, sleep apnea, or heart disease? Encore Research is enrolling men 18 and older in a new paid clinical study. You'll receive study-related care at no cost and may get compensation for time and travel. No insurance required. Take an active step for your health and help advance medical science. See if you qualify at EncoreDocs.com or call 904-732-6669.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. and you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars. Make them your AC partner. With honest cost estimates before they start the work with no hidden fees. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Family owned and managed for 20 plus years, Hidden Hills Golf Club boasts a unique and welcoming atmosphere. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com to book your next round on our Arnold Palmer signature course. You'll be glad you did.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that this team has to get out of its own way. The penalties, the mistakes, turnovers, all that kind of stuff. Because nobody in the AFC scares me. You already beat the boogeyman. Monday night, the boogeyman was beat. But something tells me the boogeyman is back, though, the way they played against Detroit. So, but yeah, listen, this AFC is wide open. You just got to win some games. Stop being your worst enemy. Start winning some games.
Especially with what happened with Buffalo last night.
Buffalo pulled back to the pack a little bit.
Yeah, my takeaway is they love to play zone. No doubt about it, zone coverage. But the guy they're playing Sunday will eat that alive.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, he will.
Alive. So either you get pressure with 4, or you find a way to get pressure with 5 and 6, or you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. Or you get 3 turnovers again, or 4 turnovers again.
Yeah, they need to get back in the takeaway business if they can. All right, we got Coach Gerald Ingram with us for a couple more segs, and we're going to hit as many things as we can. We definitely need to look ahead. I do want to focus on what Leon just said, Coach, and Matt, for that matter, as far as, kind of getting it going. Again, 7 sacks, 2 missed kicks, 10 penalties, accepted penalties at critical times, 76 yards going against you with the yellow flags, and then less than 60 yards rushing. Like, honestly, that's a laundry list of bad. What do you attack first when you get back? When they're in London now, they got the day off today. What do you attack first when you're getting ready for L.A.?
Well, I think you have to attack the intensity and the details.
Okay.
And we have to be, we have to get back to playing detail and discipline football is what we have to do. And we're continuing to have to address the discipline, so that has to come. Okay, so you're always saying that over and over again, but the details of the offensive line, stepping with the right feet, getting the right sets, getting the stunts handled, to make sure that they're in position to make the switch on stunts.
Did both of you guys,
anything that you showed on tape, they got to correct because that's what the Rams are going to do.
Did both of you guys say they couldn't handle the T&E games?
The TE stunts. Yeah, they weren't blocking them effectively because, first and foremost, the guards were giving up too much ground.
Yeah.
All right. So anytime the tackle in the guard are on different levels, that's what the TE stunt is designed to do, is to get you two on different levels. Somehow the guard's got to be able to neutralize the D tackle. So if he comes upfield, so the tackle can make the transition. If his guy loops around, he's screaming game, 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 game. Mm-hmm. And now blocking that D tackle becomes a run block. Yeah. It becomes a slam and go, so you can get the guard off on a looping in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the next thing you have to do is make sure, which I've always talked about, what we've done in the past was making sure that our quarterback can stay on his 2 feet. Mm-hmm. Make him feel good this week that it's an emphasis. He's going to stay on his 2 feet. I don't care if, you're constantly putting a tight end to little side or wherever it is. Mm-hmm. That's part of your toolbox. Mm-hmm. So the quarterback feels confident, hey, if that happens again, this is what we're prepared to do. That on each play, the play says chip. It says this, it says that. You may not do it every week, but it's the emphasis that's put on there so he understands. And we're not even talking about the blitzes now, because there were like two mishaps on a blitz pickup situation, so they have to address that as well. Right. But you're going to have your blitz periods. But how are we going to make sure that the quarterback feels at ease? He's going to be on his own 2 feet with a 4-man rush and go from there. And we have answers for it.
Yeah. Matt.
Not only that, you're playing a team with a defensive front, a front seven, that is going to come after you.
Yeah,
They're going to have to figure out those games, right?
Yeah, they are. But here's the thing: this game's going to be very similar than what you saw last week. So you have a lot of carryover, and you also have the head coach, who's familiar with the team that we're playing,
right?
And those people. So, they have some answers in finding the weaknesses of their defense. Now, if you can work on their strengths and make their strengths become weak, you have an advantage. But you have to start off running the ball, coming off the ball, make them respect that you're going to run the ball. And I truly believe you have to get in some 3 wides run. I like to see them double some people in 3 wides and run their power game out of nickel personnel.
I like that.
And do those kind of things.
Why don't more people do that? Why don't they spread it out more and then run?
Well, they have, but they just haven't done a
Enough
lot.
of it, right?
I think that off week, you get to the point where you have to start self-scouting. They're going to see that. We used to self-scout every Monday before we did anything. So we're thinking, all right, these are our tendencies. This is what they're looking at, our weaknesses, and we're going to work on that and say, okay, maybe we need to do this more. Maybe we need to do this more, because when we line up in ace and we get in condensed, yeah, they check the cover too. They give us a run, but they really don't give us any go patterns off of that.
And, Coach, you tell me if I'm wrong. After the way we played on Sunday, this offensive line's going to have to play with a sense of urgency, because if I'm the D-line coach watching this offensive line protect and cringe and crumble right before, our eyes.
Same thing.
You're going to get if you don't turn it up.
Yep.
Yes.
If you don't turn it up from what you did Sunday, you're going to get the same thing in London.
Yeah.
Because the defensive line coach is telling his guys, you punch them in the mouth, they will cringe and crumble.
Copycat league.
Right.
Man.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Right.
So
But
if
the
they
other
don't play
thing
with a
they're
sense of
telling-
urgency, they don't play a sense of urgency, bro. They're gonna get their ass whooped again.
Yeah. But you also, just like you said, when you tell that D-line, you tell me that D-line says, if this coordinator goes away from the run, get excited.
Yeah.
Payday's coming.
Yeah.
Okay? Sacks is money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay?
And in one-score games, you should not be able to tee off the way that defensive front was teeing off, and that's what it was. All right, we'll wrap ours up. One more thought from Coach Ingram on this Rams matchup. Maybe something you've already picked out as far as game plan-wise, what you think they can do. We'll do that coming up on XLP.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
Joint replacement surgery is always a tough decision, but relief from chronic pain may be just around the corner. Dr. George Barry here, and there's a lot to consider to make sure you get the proper diagnosis and best path back to the range of motion and mobility you had. Age, lifestyle, and overall health all play a part. Let the team at Barry Orthopedics give you a full analysis to help you make the best decision. Log on to BarryOrthopedics.com or call the office to make an appointment. With offices across Jacksonville and ready to help you feel good again, we'll get you back on the road to recovery at Barry Orthopedics.
It's your boy, Big Sirs, the lemon pepper guy. Back in the game and fired up to be endorsing Wingstop. Man, I miss those crispy, saucy wings. They hit just right. Wingstop just has got the most mouth-watering flavors in town. And you know my all-time favorite, lemon pepper. Big news. Wingstop just opened up a brand new spot, Jeremiah Street in Middleburg. That's 17 locations across the First Coast, slinging those hot, fresh wings daily. Whether you're craving classic, atomic, or lemon pepper, get in there and taste the hype. Find your Wingstop today for lunch, dinner, and open late night until 1 a.m.
Get ready, poker players. The World Poker Tour is coming back to Best Bet Jacksonville from October 30th through November 18th. It's your chance to become a World Poker Tour champion with 14 different poker tournaments to play, including the Best Bet Scramble, a $5,000 no-limit hold'em main event with a $1 million guarantee. Satellites and mega satellites are going on now at Best Bet Jacksonville. For the full WPT schedule and more information, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
San Jose Collision is hiring for an automotive detailer and porter. If you're detail-oriented, dependable, and love working with cars, apply in person at San Jose Collision in Mandarin. Valid driver's license required.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. We always talk about Honda and Triumph, so many great bikes, but Aprilia from Italy is also a beautiful line.
It is absolutely gorgeous, and it is a fine sport bike. It's one that when you take your helmet off, you're never frowning. You're always smiling.
So if you want to treat yourself to something really special on the road, that's a line they should look into?
Absolutely, and we've got them in stock and ready to roll.
All right, make sure you check them out. They are on Atlantic near Regency. CyclesofJacksonville.com is a great place to go, or check out their Facebook page at Cycles of Jacksonville.
Kuhn Flowers announces their home holiday decorating team is now taking orders for the holiday season. This is JJ with 1010XL. No more hassling with tree buying, untangling, and hanging burned out lights. Call on Kuhn Flowers, they'll do it all.
The Golf Club of Southampton has big plans for 2026, renewing the greens plus plenty more. But right now's the time to take advantage of member opportunities before the big renovation. Now until the end of December, you can join and save $1,500 off their initiation fee plus $500 back in a gift card with a 12-month commitment. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Playability for every skill level and a huge practice area to hone your game. Lock in now and enjoy membership privileges at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Are you trapped at a high-rate mortgage, watching your hard-earned money vanish every month? Stop right now. At Loan Pronto, they are delivering the lowest mortgage rates in 3 years. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's rate reduction home loan program is a streamlined, low-cost way to slash your house payments by hundreds of dollars a month. Lock in at a fixed rate as low as 4.99% APR and close in as little as 2 weeks. No appraisal needed in most cases. And here's the kicker. You can skip your next 2 house payments entirely. Don't wait. Rates this low won't last. Call Loan Pronto now for your free, no-obligation quote. Loan Pronto is amazing. So start now by calling 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or visit loanpronto.com to lock in your new low rate and skip those next 2 payments. 999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLS, consumeraccess.org.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
We appreciate them hanging out with us and all of y'all. If you miss any of the show, all you got to do is go back and hit YouTube. You can search XL Primetime, pick it up, and check out everything like what Coach Gerald Ingram has had to say today, along with everything else we've been getting into. The 1 or 2 things, Coach Ingram, on either side of the ball. You're offensive coaches by trade, but what do you see when you're trying to attack LA? What are a couple things you think have to happen?
See, since we're not a two-back team, and we love playing when you're a 3-4 defense, you love being a two-back team because you can run your boss game, you can run some lead games, you can do some different things creatively in the run game. But when you're a one-back team, in that, it kind of limits the creativity. But you got to go to, I think, what would help them get them out of the 3-4 and make them play nickel. Make them play a 4-man front and double 3 technique, and or take the angles of a 1 technique backside and run the counter to the open, to the soft open hole to the backside. Right. And if they want to go single high, now they play into what we want. We have our RPOs. We have Hunter out there. You want to go single up? We're going deep. And I think we got to move our receivers around and say, who's going to be the inside this week running combination routes and who's going to be on the outside. So we're not always doing the same thing with the same combination of people to the same side. And I know he's trying to do some things, disguise it with motion and those kind of things, but move the players and pieces around.
Yeah. So that's a great point, because I want to circle back and say this. I'm not sure that Travis Hunter has the entire route tree. They're basically throwing him drags or goes. Yeah. So I mean, can you move him around?
He needs more drags.
Can you move him to the outside and just say go?
Yes, you can. But you know,
just as a decoy.
You know what's happened in the experiment. You wonder about the kid gloves, how much he can handle, the mistakes he's going to make if you try to do too much. Those kind. As the season goes on, you have to challenge him and put him out.
You do, right?
You do. You just you just do less.
Right.
But you do a few things where after a while people just are just like you're saying. Well, we already know what he's going to do.
Right. They're just going to sit on it.
He's going to sit. He's going to shallow. He's going to run the over. You know, and what's easy to do. You know, because he doesn't have to learn the conversion routes of with the receivers outside have to know that, if he's rolled up, I do this. If he's off, I do this. If he's inside technique, I do that, because he has to learn both. So sooner or later, he's going to have to, but you just only run a couple plays.
Right.
You know, and you keep it simple that way. But it'd be nice that you put him out there.
Yeah, he needs to be pushed and stressed, and obviously the offsides is the worst possible thing that could have happened. All right, let's say hello to Helmets and Heels.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Taylor Dahl joins us now. Helmets and Heels getting ready to roll.
Hello.
We've been breaking it down.
Oh yeah.
And trying to
like no one else.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah. We're trying to exercise some demons. That's for sure.
And I said it Sunday. If we had 3 tight ends and 1 receiver, who do you want on the field right now to win the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
definitely.
They got to get more out of him, basically, is what we're saying.
Yeah, I think that, and we've kind of talked about this a lot, of something still feels missing with the offense. And I just saw the stat recently. They're still at the top of the league when it comes to pre-snap penalties, offensive penalties in general, drops. Those are not a recipe for winning football normally, and you do have a winning record. So you got to hope that some of those things eventually kind of get shaken out. And I was laughing at Coach Ingram earlier. He was like, we keep saying that every week, though. And eventually, like, is it going to happen or not?
And I asked the question to both he and Coach Duff on our stream show. When the coach cannot keep saying we've got to eliminate the pre-snap.
Yeah.
They've got to eliminate the pre-snap. All right, what's coming up?
Yeah, we'll obviously get into that. Bees just joining us today. So we'll talk to Beasley, break down some stuff. We also are going to go a little bit around the NFL, talk about the teams that are surprising us, whether good or bad, because I think this football season's weird. I mean, you go through and week to week, you don't know who's going to win or lose. And so it's a little wild. We'll get into that.
All right, sounds good, Taylor. We appreciate it. Taylor,
Thank you.
Lauren, Tommy Mack, along with Brother Bees, Aaron Beasley will be hanging out with them as well. And I agree with what you guys are saying, Coach Ingram and Big Sirs and Matty, because this team in training camp made a concerted effort and a commitment to running the football. In the last couple of games, even if you go back to the Houston game, is when it kind of eroded a little bit. Got to get back to that. Got to get back to that.
Yeah, we have to. And like I said, we have to be creative, but you have to make the team feel like that's your commitment.
Yeah.
That's what you came in here saying you're going to do, and you're going to commit to it no matter what.
Yeah. All right, good stuff, Coach. We appreciate it. Big Sirs, you honestly, as a unit, you guys have got to figure that out.
You got to have some pride about yourself.
Yeah.
You got to turn up the intensity. When you get embarrassed like this on national TV on Sunday,
yeah,
I want to see what kind of pride this offensive line has, because usually you come back, fist to fur. At least I did.
Yeah. All right, we had a great time. Don't forget, Coach Ingram, Coach Duff, both sides of the ball. Find it on any of our social channels. Big Sirs, Maddie, Josie, JJ. We had a great time with all of y'all, and we will talk to you on Monday.